back to Veil of Death MTG and to the second MLC recap video. As you have asked, here is a link to the Mind Sculptor full MLC playlist. Now let's continue with my division, the Gatewatch East, and for this game we brought to the table the following. Cicada on Jhoira Izzet Storm, Pontus is now on Mardu Farm, Mord is on Jeskai Stoneblade, and I am on Grixis mid-range.
The timer starts now. You now have 100 minutes.
Alright, shall I start then? So Marsh Flats, I'll crack it. Oh, here it is. And then I would like to cast a Deafening Silence. I'm done.
Drop turn. Wooded Foothills, land the turn. Cast a Mox Amber and pass.
Drop it. Ancient Tomb into a Felwar Stone, losing 2 life. And pass the turn as well.
I'll play a Luxury Suite and pass the turn.
Alright, I'll untap. Draw a card. Like to cast a main phase Brainstorm. Draw 3. Anyway, I'll crack this, Misty. I will get a white source, and I would like to... No, if that's okay with y'all.
I will cast a Vamp Tutor.
I'll fetch as well, just have it done. But just finding a tapped Blood Crypt.
The Hallowed Fountain.
I'll find this card, put it on top, lose 2 life.
Untap, drop. Iron Mesa, fetch. Grab one. Cast a Dockside. 3 total. I'll sack 3 for Mardu. Use the red to cast a Dargo. Then tap the Mox Amber to cast a Tymna with the floating white-black. Pass turn.
Okay, draw. Shivan Wreath. Cast a Jhoira, losing 3 life. And then just a Lotus Petal. Drawing 1 from Jhoira. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And that's my turn.
Thank you.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I will play this Training Center and pass the turn.
I'll untap. Draw. Stoneforge Mystic. I'm going to get the Sword of Hearth and Home.
There we go.
I'll go to my hand. Move to combat. Esper Sentinel at death.
I will take 1.
And done.
Untap. Go to combat. Dargo at Cicada, Dockside at death, and Tymna at Mord.
Before damage, I would like to Winds of Rebuke that Tymna not paying 1 for Esper Sentinel.
I'll Deflecting SWAT, paying for Sentinel to Jhoira.
Okay.
Mill 2.
Yeah.
Is it Charm, Cyclonic Rift?
Mean Betrayal.
Oh
and
no!
Scorpius.
Arid
Mandel,
Mesa
first four.
and Conqueror's Flail.
Gain 2, go to post-combat main phase, do not trigger. Lose 3, draw 3.
Mm-hmm.
Play Command Tower. I will cast a Imperial Tutor. ETB, find a Ruthless Technomonster, and then pass.
Draw for turn. Play an island. Island for turn. Cast Jhoira from hand. Cast a Torpor Orb. Trigger Jhoira. And I pass.
Are you paying for Esper?
I am not.
Untap, upkeep, draw a card. I would like to play this Mystic Remora and pay for Esper Sentinel. I will pass the turn.
Draw. Go to combat, I guess. And swing again at death for 1. Everyone else has got blockers.
Take the 1.
That's it. I'm done. Now I'm gonna have to discard 2 cards.
Okay.
So, Eidolon of Rhetoric. Deal Shaper's Gift.
Draw for turn. Lose Delta, land for turn. I'd like to fetch. I need a Badlands. I'd like to go to combat. Dargo's at Cicada, Dockside at death, Tymna and Imperial Recruiter at Mord.
No blocks.
Game 2, post-combat main phase, Tymna trigger. Pay 3, draw 3. Exile a Simian Spirit Guide for red. Use the red to cast the Ragavan. 3 mana. Cast a Ranger Captain of Eos. No ETB.
Okay.
Cast a Impulsive Pilferer. And then pass turn.
Yeah. I cast an Ethereum Sculptor. Trigger from Jhoira.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna play the most gorgeous mountain ever. Losing 2 life. Play a Phyrexian Metamorph. Gonna draw for Jhoira first. I will make a Dargo. Play a Spellskite. Draw for Jhoira. Pass.
Untap, pay for fish, draw a card, and I'll pass the turn.
On your end step, I'll activate the
Feel like that.
Stoneforge. Put this Sword of Hearth and Home in to play. Okay. I'd like to untap, upkeep, draw, land for turn, equip the Sword of Hearth and Home to Esper Sentinel. Go to combat. Swing Esper Sentinel. Death takes 3 this time. Damage, I'll trigger the sword. I'm not going to blink it. I'll get Island into play. I'm done.
Draw for a turn. Scalding Torn, land for turn. I'd like to fetch, finding a plateau. Then I'd like to go to combat. Dargo, Imperial Recruiter, Dockside, and Pilferer at Sekera. Ragavan at Death, Tymna at Mord.
My Dargo with your Dargo, my Spellskite on Pilferer, Jhoira on the Recruiter, and Sculptor on the Dockside.
You take 2 Dargo.
Here, Volcanic Island. You can't have that.
Mord, do you block?
No, I'm not blocking.
Yeah.
I took the 2.
So Ragavan trigger on you, Death.
Yeah,
You're already exiled.
Volcanic Island.
Oh, it was Volcanic. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Make a treasure and then gain 2 life. Post combat main phase, draw 3. I would like to crack my Ring Captain.
I will respond with Brainstorm, so the other 2 can each draw a card.
Thank you.
I want this back.
I guess I'm just going to fetch here, just in case. That's a plateau.
Cast a gamble.
Mystic Remora trigger.
Yeah, I cannot pay for gamble.
And Esper as well.
I can pay, I just won't do anything if it pay. Finding that card. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So just roll it. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc.
18.
18. This is discarding a Lux Battle. Cast a Skirk Prospector. Then sacking Pilfer for red. Floating a white of a treasure. Casting a Dargo. So 1 white floating and 1 red floating. I'll use those 2 to cast a Cathar Commando. And then pass turn.
Draw for turn. Play a Cavern of Souls as turn. Cast an Enthusiastic Mechanist. Draw from Jhoira. Cast a Tormod Script. Draw for Jhoira.
Are you paying?
No, draw away. Pass.
I will untap, upkeep Remora, get sacked into the Oblivion, draw for turn, play Marsh Flats, crack the Marsh Flats I would like to fetch. We'll get an Underground Sea. I'm moving to my end step to my discard step.
On your end step, I'll activate Stoneforge and a Sword of Fire and Ice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to discard this Imperial Seal.
Tap, keep, draw. Let's play Chromox. I'd like to imprint Muddle the Mixture. And then let's go to combat. Then I'll just swing at Death again. Here's this pretty island. Let's do Lion Sash and then I'll pass.
I want to respond to Lion Sash and exile this graveyard.
And I will attempt to Baby Rift that Dargo back to your hand, Pontus.
I would like to go to combat. I'll attack Death with Ragavan.
You're just here to give people triggers.
You get a land again.
Post combat main phase Tymna trigger. I will pay a life to draw a card. Sack Skirk Prospector for a red. Sack my treasure for another red. Sack Ragavan, use a red, cast a Dargo. I think this is weirdly my best play here. 3 mana, I'll cast a wheel.
Let's do a Mystical Tutor.
I will mana drain the Mystical Tutor.
Cool.
I'd like to cast this Even Mind Sensor. Graph Diggers, Dovin's Veto, Winds of Abandon, Rest in Peace, and Sigardia's Aid.
Shadow Smashing, Burnt Offering, Entomb, Soul Ring, Technomancer, Pita, Vampiric.
Mystic, Arcane Signet, Divining Top.
Senseis, Cabal Ritual, Grinding Station, Transmute Artifact, Wishclaw Talisman, and a Force and Negation.
Land for turn, Exotic Orchard. Last turn.
Draw. I will play a Riddlesmith. Mox Diamond. I don't pay for Sentinel.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 triggers. I want to resolve Jhoira's.
Yep.
And now I want to resolve Riddlesmith's. I will discard Reshape. And then for Mox Diamond, I will discard a City of Brass. And I will play an island.
I will untap, upkeep, draw a card. Play this Mana Confluence, and pass the turn.
Alright, have upkeep, draw. I'd like to cast a Jeweled Lotus. Crack it for 3 white. Cast an Ardenn. I'll equip this to the Aven Mind Sensor. Let's go to combat. Aven Mind Sensor at Pontus, Stoneforge, and Sentinel, both at death. Okay, so 2 triggers. I'll draw a card and deal 2 damage to Tymna.
I will make Spellskite take 2.
I'm just gonna blink the Stoneforge even though it doesn't do anything, but it's a blocker. And get myself a land. Sure, I'll get a mountain. I will pass.
Drop. Marsh Flats, land for turn. Go to combats. Tymna death, Dargo at Mord. Gain 2.
Let's.
Post combat main phase, Tymna trigger.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Take 2. Draw 2. Cast a Fenwar Stone. You only once, I'll pay.
Okay.
Pass turn.
But Mana Vault?
You paying a 3?
Yes. And then I have 2 triggers.
Mm-hmm.
Jhoira first, Riddlesmith, draw, discard Jessica's Will, play a Fiery Islet, pass it.
Untap upkeep, draw. I will play a City of Brass, cast a Talisman of Dominance.
Paying the 3?
No.
Cool.
I'll pass the turn.
On your end step, I'm eating with Lion Sash Technomancer.
Sure.
That's for sure. I'll eat the Ristic, I guess. Sure. That's it. I'll untap, draw for turn, play Ursus Sagas land for turn. I'd like to cast this Counterbalance.
Deja vu.
Pass.
Here's a Swan Song. You get a bird. Also not paying for Esper Sentinel, obviously.
Thank you. I would like to cast this Draneth Magistrate. This will be Gilded Drake.
There is no ETB.
Oh, it doesn't. That's true. Let's go to combat, everyone. Okay, 3 in the air at Pontus.
That's 4.
4 in the air, sorry. 3 at death. We'll go also at death. So this is 6 at death and 4 at Pontus. Cool. Trigger sword. I'll draw this card. And I will deal 2 damage to your face, Akira.
I will change it to Spellskite.
I'll get a land, planes, and I will blink Ardenn.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm just gonna pass.
Untap. Draw. 2 mana, Fire Chain's Fury, that's Dargo. Paying for something, yeah. Go to combats. Dargo at Mord, Tymna at death.
Let's eat the Wish Claw. I'll eat your Metamorph, yeah. And then I'll block the 5 and with the bird.
I'll kill the Lion Sash.
I have a deflecting SWAT.
Let me draw 1 with
Pass
the
Inflicting Swats.
Islet. Show you a path.
Okay, so bird and Sash die.
You take 7. And I excite top 7. Sacrifice, Demonic Tutor, Luxury Suite, Emergency Zone, Lurus, Reanimate, and Grim Hireling. Gain 2 life from Tymna.
Mm-hmm.
Post combat main phase. Pay 2, draw 2. I will play a Luxury Suite. Cast a Dragon's Rage Channeler. Last turn. Clean up first, though. I will discard a Mox Diamond.
Upkeep, I will tap Mana Vault. Draw for turn. Casting a Pyrite spell, triggering Riddlesmith and Jhoira.
Paying for the Esper.
I'll pay.
Okay.
Draw for Jhoira first. And then draw 2 Riddlesmith. Discarding Jeweled Amulet. Cast a Dragon's Rage Channel.
Hey, samesies.
Pass.
End of your turn, I have a 500 IQ play. So we are at your end step. I will lose 1 life and cast a dress down. Not paying for Esper Sentinel.
Okay.
So ETB, I draw a card, and since the wording of that card is at the beginning of the end step, since we are past that, it will remain for my turn.
Yep.
Since Dragon Magistrate does not exist currently, I will cast a Kraum. Cool. I would like to go to my end step, trigger dress down.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everything back to normal, past the turn.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw for turn. Ancient Tomb. Land for turn. I'd like to cast this Reality Chip. I'd like to go to combat, and I will trigger Ardenn for this. Stick it on the Ardenn. Why not? Wait, Pontus, you only have the
DRC, yeah.
DRC, right?
Yep.
Okay, so then it's all gonna go at you. Yeah, 13 damage.
I'll block Ardenn with DRC. I'll take 11.
A fall off.
Then you have some triggers.
Cool. Yes, I do. So let's do the
Wait,
sword.
I'll actually respond to your triggers. Sorry.
Sure.
I'll Vanishing Verse to Granite. Trigger DRC. I'm not paying, so you can draw.
Cool.
Cool. Keep that on top.
Cast. Is it charm with the counterspell?
I
So
have
play
a
two.
Kraum trigger because that's your second spell.
Yes.
Turn. Draw a card.
It's countered.
So sword, 2 damage to death, and I'll draw. Let's make a land. Plains. Blink this. Kill the drake. Not that it matters. And then I'll pass.
Untap. Draw for turn. Play a Emergence Zone. Land for turn. Go to combat. Dargo at Mord. And DRC, sorry.
Cast a Path to Exile on your Dargo.
Do Path to Exile on spells. I will look at the top 4 Path to Exile. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
So you have to block at least 1 Dargo damage to not die.
I'll put the reality chip in front of it.
I have effects before damage. I will red blast targeting reality chip.
So I'm just dead now, right?
Yeah, so post-combat main phase Tymna trigger, I will respond with a Enlightened tutor.
Show you a mental misstep losing 2.
Sure. So,
Yeah.
Soraya,
Mm-hmm.
put a Chromox in my graveyard. Tymna trigger, pay life, draw a card. I would like to fetch. Finding a basic swamp. Cast a Mox Opal, Surveil trigger.
I will draw a card before you surveil.
Surveil, a Cloudstone Courier in graveyard. Cast a Jessica's Will. So targeting death, and I'd like to exile top 3. Surveil trigger. Leave that on top. 7 red mana. And exiling Burgie, Calling the Weak, Arcane Sequence. I cast Burgie. Cast a Demonic Tutor, Burgie trigger, DRC trigger.
I am floating 1, sucking the.
Gain a red, and surveil. Search my library for that card, Underworld Breach. So I gain a red, surveil, putting Asrod's Maker in my graveyard. Escape, Demonic Tutor, gain a red, surveil, Mana Vault graveyard, finding that card, casting the Scarlet Prospector from my graveyard, gain a red. Cast Demonic Tutor again, put the Red Blast in my graveyard, resolve Demonic Tutor. Finding that card, Calling the Weak, sacking Scarlet Prospector, making a red and surveilling. Landing graveyard. Cast a Grim Monolith. Discarding an LED. Draw the Voidwalker. Cast a Altar of Dementia. Escape the Demonic Tutor. Gain the red. Surveil. Ursa Saga in graveyard. Search my library. Finding that card. Cast a Arcane Signet. In the red. Surveil. Diabolic Intent in graveyard. Cast a Grand Abolisher.
I'm gonna brain freeze you.
Well-
Everything. You have a draw trigger death.
Yeah, I will draw.
I have a channeler trigger. Mox gets exiled.
All spells cast this turn count to Storm.
So that is 21 minus 9. That is 12.
So you're casting Brain Freeze, targeting me to mill my library, and death for the rest, correct?
I will start with death.
I'll respond to Brain Freeze here. Escape, Calling the Weak, sacking Dothy. So Dothy goes to my graveyard.
Okay.
So let's begin. Fierce Guardianship, Chain of Leap, Flood Strength.
Okay.
Mana Crypt, Iron Mesa, and Misty Forest.
Yeah.
Felwarstone, LED, Gamble.
Yeah.
Fastest Oracle, Ancient Stone,
It is.
Wealthy Voidwalker.
Okay. You take 3.
That was
Another
Lotus Petal, Dark Side Ponder. I just want to get this, the triggers off the stack. And then
Another 3. Another 3.
Scalding Torrent, Lotus.
Another 3.
Admiral's Morphic Pyroblast.
Another 3.
Demonic Mental Bullet.
Another 3.
Dark Underworld Singing.
And the last.
Mystical Delay, Aurora.
And then I mill my library, correct?
Yeah.
Escape, Abrade, destroying Torpor Orb.
Yeah.
Or escape, Animate Dead, targeting Thassa's Oracle.
Yeah.
You got it.
GG's.
Good game.
GG.